Hello and welcome. Today we are looking at the Propel Navigator Prowler. This small quadcopter has altitude hold, a 6-axis gyro, bright LEDs, variable rates of speed, 2.4 gigahertz frequency with optional 3 or 4 channel control. It has auto takeoff, auto land, stunts, and training mode. So let's check it out. Now the drone comes in this tall rectangular white box with clear plastic in the center, so you can see the drone clearly right there. And this is the Propel Navigator Prowler for ages 14 plus. And right here on the side we have a listing of all its features, such as altitude hold, 6-axis gyro, 2.4 gigahertz control, indoor-outdoor flight, high speeds, 200-foot range of control, and a training mode you can apply. This is a high-performance RC with unlimited replacement parts for a year. And so this is geared towards beginner or intermediate flyers. And right here on the sides, not much going on, just some miscellaneous text. And here on the back, you can see we have the red version of the quadcopter with its transmitter and more detailed descriptions there of all the features. And so yeah, it's the Propel Navigator Prowler, and very cool, very good packaging, very good layout, very neat there. So let's open it up and take a look inside here. Let's open up the top here and unfold all these flaps, or perhaps from the bottom is easier, so we'll just open all these flaps and unfold them, and then we can pull it out from here, right from the bottom, and here we go. So here's the center portion of the package where you have the drone and the transmitter right here, as you can see, drone and transmitter. And right down here we have the box that has all the accessories and instruction manuals. So very neat little quadcopter from Propel, and it resembles some of the other quadcopters they've come out with, like the XO3 or the Tau. Very slick little design there, and has its built-in propeller guards and its small brushed propellers. And right here in the front you could see it has like a cool skull that lights up when you insert the battery. So very neat little quadcopter. And right here we have the transmitter, small comfortable black transmitter here, and it has all these grips here in the back and all these buttons and features. So very detailed little transmitter. And right inside this box here we have the instruction manuals and pamphlets and spare propellers. As you can see here, we have the Prowler documentation right here, and then right here we have the proprietary charger with its battery and a micro USB cable to charge it. So that's that. We have 8 spare propellers, which is very good, 8 in total. And then right here we have the custom grips for the transmitter and alternate joystick heads to put on the transmitter, so you can definitely customize it. So let's organize all this and take one last look at the contents of the box. Now, taking a last look at the contents of the box, we have the drone itself. It's 3.7 volt 430 milliamp LiPo battery, screwdriver, a proprietary charger with its adapter and micro USB cable. We have 8 spare propellers. We have the transmitter, its custom grips and custom joystick heads. And then last but not least, we have the manuals and brochures. So that's essentially the contents of the box. Now let's take a closer look at the drone. Now, taking a closer look at the drone, this is a neat little quadcopter. and it's silver, and there is a red version of this. And as you can see here in the front, it has a cool skull or predator prowler type face on it, and it has a real neat design. And right up here it has some squiggly lines that are also red lights, so very neat. And right here in the back it has its 2.4 gigahertz antenna that you could fold upwards to get better reception. And this is a brush motor quadcopter with built-in propeller guards, but they're easy to remove. You just simply snap them off and you can easily take off the propeller guards. And right down here you could see its bright LED lights, and you can easily activate them by inserting the battery since there's no on-off switch. And as you can see, they're very bright. And right at the top we have some red lights, and in the front you have the bright eyes. So a very well lit quadcopter for either orientation or for night flying. So very cool. And right here is its battery bay. And so now let's take a closer look at the battery. This drone takes a 3.7 volt 430 milliamp LiPo battery, and it provides the quadcopter with around an 8-minute flight time, so that's pretty good. And here's the proprietary charger adapter from Propel. So you just simply insert the battery right there, and then you plug in the micro USB cable right here in the port, any micro USB cable, but it comes with one. And then you plug in to a USB and charge the drone. Right there you can see the red light that indicates whether it's charging, and it usually takes around half hour to an hour to fully charge the battery. So pretty cool. So now we just simply insert the battery there, and overall a neat little quadcopter, has a good weight to it. And that's about it. So now let's take a closer look at the transmitter. Now, taking a closer look at the transmitter, this is a very comfortable gamepad-like transmitter. And here in the back there are grips on each side, making it easier to hold. And here in the center is its battery compartment. And as you can see, it takes two AAA batteries. Two AAA batteries right there, and the lid is held in place with a screw right there. Now going over the controls, here in the center is its on-off button, and it's surrounded by trims. So now we're bound. We have the light indicator right there in the center. Right here we have our rates button, and we can change to the third rate or keep it pressed. And we have our training mode right there. And then we have our different channels right there on the right, and you can see the indicator. And this is our left throttle stick and right rudder stick. And as mentioned, these are our 3 and 4 channel controls. 3 channels simply removes the yaw from the left stick and puts it on the right. And the 4 channel control is the common drone control, where the yaw is on the left stick and the side flight is on the right stick. So those are essentially the 3 and 4 channel controls. Here on the top we have some more buttons. Right here on the left we have the rates of speed. We have 3 rates of speed with 1 training mode if you keep the button pressed, and the training mode limits the altitude and speed of the drone. Here we have the auto takeoff and auto land button. Here we have the calibrate button. So you make sure the drone is on a flat surface and not moving. You keep it pressed and it will calibrate the gyros. The button next to that is a null button. It doesn't seem like it's used for anything, although it beeps. And last but not least, we have the stun button. You have to be in rate 2 or more to use it. And basically once you push it, you'll hear some beeps and you move the rudder in the direction you want the drone to flip. So that's essentially it for the controls. Very comfortable, cool looking controls here. And going over the accessories of the controls here, you can slide on these optional grips, which is pretty cool, and gives you more of a comfortable grip there. And also the joystick heads are also optional here. You can unscrew the ones that it comes with and put these rubbery ones. You just wedge them in or just screw them on, and you can use those joysticks as well. So very nice options here. Very comfortable ergonomic controller. Now this has a 200-foot range of control and can bind to other Propel quadcopters that use the same controller. So let's set it up for its first flight. Now preparing the drone for its first flight is very straightforward. Once you have a fully charged battery prepared for the drone and fresh batteries inserted into the transmitter, the first step is simply to activate the drone by pushing in the battery, since there's no on-off switch. So you would simply insert the battery right there, like so, and you should see the light start to blink. At that point, you want to turn on the transmitter. So you would push the center button like so, and it will need to be bound. So you push up and down the left throttle stick to bind the controller to the drone, and you should see the lights go solid. The next recommended step is to calibrate the gyro. So you would press the calibration button right there, and you should see the lights blink, and then they should go solid. Make sure to do this while it's on a flat surface with the drone not moving. So at this point you're bound, the gyros have been calibrated, and then you can just push the auto takeoff button to start the drone, and then you can give it some altitude from there. So that's essentially the setup for the drone. Now this is a smooth little flyer, very agile and quick, and very nice looking drone with all its lights and everything. It'd be nice if it had a little longer flight time, but the flight time that it has, considering the size, is pretty good. So overall, a pretty neat little micro quadcopter. So let's take it for a flight and see how she performs.